It's okay. It's just okay. Because more light you can better. Look at the way I left my ring light downstairs. Obey is not. Obey is just sleeping. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. Okay, that's better. I think my ring light downstairs.
Carry your phone. Carry your phone. Carry your phone for me.
Okay, start next month. Nothing changing. This one is not. This one is not pastoral. To buy a full shape, please. Them somebody else, and if you're not ready, you're always doing. I don't like it. The dragging.
People is doing it. That's why I left my meat. Drink my food. If I don't eat my meat, only why I go eat. Right, it's break. Let's take a cold shower. Speak about she said. It's not this shift in this house. Yeah. It's only the this thing can. Well, the wind is not connected to the no, it's my eye. But the light there is on.
Take selfie.
No, not that. Keep it for big money.
Okay. Send this text first. The link. Send it. Check the one.
That's me like.
Because these are flavor for them. I think that's okay. Who is it? No. That is why they are making now. Like, we have got this corner. The real problem is the fact that everything is because they're talking to the late at 7:38. How many enter the room? Calculate 7:38 to now. That's a 40. You are up at 7, but up at 7. Produce it, you are telling me to produce. How am I going to produce it? This is the only thing you need about this thing today. Hi everyone. Hi. Oh my goodness, I have missed you guys. Happy New Year to every creative woman out there watching me live. I hope you can hear me loud and clear. It's such a good time to be alive. And 2026 promises to be a better year than 2025. We are not going to we're not going to sleep on it. We're not going to take it easy. We're not going to make it business as usual. We're going to get better. We're going to get stronger. We're going to get brighter. Come on, type down in the chat section. Say, I'm going to get better. I'm going to get stronger. I'm going to get brighter. I'm going to be wiser in this year. You will not meet me on the same level you met me last year. Never. Never. If that's your story, say Gary in the chat section. I'm so excited to see everyone. Oh my God. It's so good to be here today. It's such an exciting session we're going to have today. I want to welcome you all to the Creative Women's Collective Live Meetup, monthly live meetup sessions. If you're wondering, you're here for the first time and you're wondering, what is this all about? It is basically a club or a collection of women who are creatives, and we give you support, systems, supplies, and sisterhood. Oh, I love it. I call it the 4 S's. Support, systems, supplies, and sisterhood to everyone who is a creative out there and who wants to profit from their creations. All right, so okay, like I was saying before, whenever got interrupted, we are the creative women, and we give you sisterhood, system supplies, and what have you, everything that you need to start a successful creative business. I would like to start today by talking about my story. A bit about my story, because sometimes it's good to go back down the memory lane and remind yourself of where you actually did start. I was, how do I say this? I don't want to say I was raised a medical doctor. I started by being a medical doctor. I went to medical school. I was trained in medical school, and I remember having a very, very interesting journey in medical school, because I wasn't just like all the other medical doctors. I was too colorful, I was too bright, I was too fashionable, I was too creative. I felt like I was in the wrong place, And I remember my people telling me that my medical doctors or my what's called lecturer saying, you cannot be this person, you can't be this colorful, you can't be this bright, you can't be this, like saying you can't be this beautiful. What's the meaning of that? At in medical school, you have to fit into the mold. We are conservative. We don't shout. I mean, I like just when I'm wearing yellow, red, pink. I was that person that you noticed a while away, because I just didn't look like everybody else. And so when that happened, because I could create anything. So I would create my earrings that I was going to wear to class, my beaded necklaces, my beaded arm bracelets, my shoes, every single thing that I was going to wear. I could actually change the color of my shoes from one color to another color. So all my outfits matched. Like, it was as if I came to dress up in school. It's not that I came to school. But that was who I was. I was just a creative at heart. I just loved crafting. I just loved creating things. I could create basically anything with my hands. And as I got to fast forward to when I was 7, I would create things for people. There were times when I would have to do fascinators for people. I had friends getting married at that time, so I would make fascinators for them. Those beautiful looking fascinators. I didn't learn from anybody. I just did that with material and started fixing everything by myself without any previous training. It was just something that came. And there's something, one day those of you that have taken the T-shirt boss mini course, you would know the story because I said it there. Someone came to me and said, "Doctor, how much are you going to collect for this thing that you are doing?" And I gave the price. And the price, okay, back then, I think it was 1,000 naira per piece or 1,500 per piece. And back then, that was about 10 years ago. Sorry, more than 10 years ago because I'm almost 20 years in practice. So more than 10 years ago, yes, about 15 years ago, to be precise. And I said, about 1,000 naira per piece. So I was making 6 pieces, and each of those pieces was 1,000 naira. So collectively, the project was going to cost me, I was going to gain 6,000 naira from that project. And I felt it was good because I didn't buy the materials for more than 1,005 in total. So, but what I did not realize was that I had spent almost 1 week putting all of it together. And she looked at me and said, "You have been doing this thing for the past 1 week. If you did one procedure in 30 minutes, you will gain more money than you have done this. I really don't know why you're doing this." And for 1 minute I sat down and I was like, that's so true. If I did an evacuation, or if I did a placenta that's stuck in the wood, if I try to take it out, or if I even took a regular delivery, I would gain more than 6,000 naira in a period of 30 minutes, with just a 30 minutes procedure. And for me, that was a wake-up moment, because it occurred to me that, yeah, I could love creativity, but the passion for creativity was not enough. It wasn't enough for me to have passion. I had to profit from what I had passion for. Passion is not going to be enough. Passion is good. Passion is beautiful. Passion is wow. Passion is awesome. But the thing about it is that passion is not enough. There's a book I read once, talent is not enough. By the time you wake up to real life and you have to deal with kids, a husband, paying the bills, you realize that all of that passion will just die, because real life matters will now face you. Like, we face real life matters, and you realize that passion is not enough to keep me going. All right, passion is not enough to keep me going, and that was my story. And it was at that moment I told myself, if I have to continue crafting, I would have to learn how to profit from it. And I'm sure that this is the story of many of you here. If you can hear me say yay, I can see you guys. I can see you guys coming to the chat. If you can hear me say yay in the chat section. I like to know where you're chatting from, and I like to see your interactions. They actually help me know that you're listening and that you're gaining from what I'm saying. All right. I said that was my story in crafting. I told myself, if I'm gonna have to continue to craft, I will have to profit from my crafting. If you're here and you're listening to me and this is your story, you love crafting, or you just want a side hustle and somehow you happen to get into the T-shirt in the boss mini course, and you just like this thing. You see T-shirts and you're like, I like it, I don't know what they're doing. Maybe you don't have a natural passion for it, but you just like the idea of printing, or you have a passion for crafting, but you do not know how to profit from it. I want to see a thumbs up in the chat section. Hey, Mirabel from Enugu, good evening. It's so good to see you. It's so good to have you here. You're very, very active in the chat. I see you on the chat also. All right, thank you for coming. Thank you for being here. All right, so I was saying that it is your story. Let me see a thumbs up in the chat. It's your story. And what do I mean by that's your story? Your story is that you love crafting, but you don't know how to profit. You love creating, but you don't know how to profit. You love, for those of us that do handmade stuff, especially if you live in Nigeria, people in Nigeria do not appreciate handmade things like that. If you really look at things, you would expect that handmade stuff will be more expensive than ready-made stuff. True or false? handmade stuff should be more expensive than ready-made stuff. Who agrees with me? Yeah. Okay, I can see you. I can see you. I'm trying to remember your name. I can only see Obiamo. Just say your name so that I didn't call you by the name on the chat. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the live chat. All right, thank you for agreeing with me. Of course, that is always the case. In Nigeria, for instance, that is even more than the case. If you live abroad, I think people appreciate crafts better abroad than Nigeria, actually. We just say, oh, it's made by hand. Oh, it's nice, it's lovely. It's not what's it called? Found on the chart, or it's not found on the shelf. It is custom made. But Nigeria, it's custom made. If you don't give me, I'll come with another printer. What's the meaning of that? You will hear lots and lots of things in Nigeria. I've been a printer for 12 years. And I've been in the printing creative space for 12 years, actually. And I can tell you categorically that it's been a tough ride. I'm not joking. I won't lie. Sorry, my phone came off, so I have to put it back on. It's been a very good to have you here. Oh, it's so good to have you here. I thought you said you couldn't make it, but it's so good to have you here eventually. It's been a very, very tough ride all along because bringing your business to a point of profiting is a completely different ballgame. A completely different ballgame. Knowing the craft is one, profiting from the craft is another story altogether. It's another mindset altogether. It's another, like, forget it. It's not something that, I don't know how to explain it. From my experience, I think it was in my 5th or 6th year, I started actively making anything out of what I do. All right. So after that, my NYSC experience of somebody telling me this thing that you're doing is not going to make you any money. Somehow, how did I get back into craft? I left the craft business. I didn't go back. That time I was making beads. I think it was beads. It was just beads and I was making hats. I left it completely. I started modeling again. If I cannot profit from it, let me face my real life. That was my decision. However, somewhere when I got out of medical school, I don't even know what happened. Okay, I had to make shirts, or I had to make t-shirts, or my pastor had to make t-shirts. Thank God for my pastor. My pastor is one of the people that has blessed my life so much, and has made me do crazy things. All right. So I don't even know why she told me to make the t-shirt. I can't remember. There was a printer beside me that was making screen t-shirts. It was screen t-shirts, regular screen t-shirts we used to make. And I would walk up to him and say, oh, please, could you help me print t-shirts? So I wasn't the one making the prints myself, but I would take I knew Eco Market like the back of my hand. Like I still do, because I had to serve there for 1 year and I spent time combing through the market. And that thing I love doing. I love market. Now I don't do markets anymore, but back then I used to do markets. I just like window shopping, just checking things out. So I knew where t-shirts were being sold in the open market back then. So I'll take the t-shirt and I'll take it to the printer. So I wasn't the one doing the printing, but I would get the t-shirt from the printer, or I'll get the t-shirt from the market and take it to the printer and supply my suppliers. So my pastor was the first person that made me do that, because our church still makes a lot of t-shirts till date. They're like my number one customers when it comes to t-shirts till date. So because of that necessity, I went back. But I didn't even know that t-shirt craft was a craft. I just felt, I know about it, so there's no big deal. I have a printer and I have a t-shirt. So I started my business by not having a machine, I didn't even have, now I made my t-shirt brand. That was not the case. That wasn't always the case. Now I have my printing machine. That wasn't always the case. I just had a printer and I had a supplier, t-shirt supplier. So when people needed t-shirts, I would take it from the supplier, take it to the printer, and the printer would, and I would supply them. I didn't even see it as a business. I just thought it was something I liked doing. I like going to the market. So I just did it. In fact, initially I wasn't taking profits. In fact, if you told me I want to just take me to the market, I will say, I will take you to where you say you can buy the t-shirts, and I will take you to the printer, and that will be it. It was easy. So it wasn't a big deal. But as time went on, I started to have a lot of clients. I started to have a lot of people. And by referrals, people would come to me and say, I need t-shirts. I heard you make t-shirts and I need t-shirts. And I'll be like, oh, okay, yeah. And I said, oh, this is a business, really. And over time, I started getting my machines. And The funny thing about it, let me tell you something. Let me tell you a secret. I never knew the skill until my third or fourth year. I'll repeat that. I did not learn the skill of printing until my third or fourth year. Because to run a successful business, the skill is the last thing you need. Are you surprised? Yeah. I did not learn the skill until my third. And the only reason I even went into learning the skill was because I now wanted to open my own print empire. So, and secondly, because printing, the system of printing became easier as the years went by. When I started printing, there was no DTF. The DTF I taught you before in the T-shirt boss mini course did not exist at that time. You couldn't print from home. The way you are doing right now, what I'm teaching you right now is actually how to sit down at home, at the comfort of your home, and start your printing business. That is possible because there is what we call the direct to transfer or direct to film. Sorry, direct to film. We call it DTF, direct to film. There are many kinds of direct to film, but this particular one I taught you is called the borderless direct to film. Please type that in the chat section so I can know that you got it. It's called borderless. BORDERLESS. It's called the borderless film. Borderless film. I'm waiting for you to type it out so I'm sure you are hearing me. Okay, I'm not sure you're hearing me now. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay, so as I was saying, I was talking about my own experience. So the technical skills of printing. Thank you. I can see you, Bioma. Borderless. That is exactly. Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much. The technical skill of printing was the last thing I learned when I was starting my business. All I needed to do was to learn how to one, get customers, two, how to get my printers. So I started a business model called a print on demand business model, or we could call it drop shipping because but in this case I had to print on demand. So people pay me first, and then I will take the money, buy the t-shirts, pay the printer, and deliver. So I didn't stop. I wasn't stopping. I wasn't doing anything. I simply took the t-shirt and took it to the printer, and all I needed was to get customers every single time until I built my business from scratch and finally created and finally got my own machines. The printing machines are quite expensive, so you don't want to start your business going into printing machines and all of that. They're quite expensive. And as time went on, I started to buy my machines. Now I want to buy more machines. This is how you can start your business. You don't have to have the machines. You don't even have to have the technical know-how. All you need is a method that does your print on demand. Now, with the direct to film that you have been taught, printing has gone into a whole new level. Printing is now so easy. In those days, we were doing manual printing, screen printing. It was so difficult. I never learned to do it. So today I don't have to because I just felt no, I can't do it. I can't do and I cannot kill myself. So you would take paint, and then first of all you will what's it called? You will get a film, or sorry, should I call it net? Yeah. And that net, you dry, you put under the sun and all that. It was such a long process. I never did it. Then after the screen printing, paying what we called the flex and the flock. Some of you would have heard about it. Flex flock. It's called, those ones are called heat transfer vinyl. So printing became easier because that was automatic ways. You get your design and you simply set it into a system. A system will put out the design for you. You read it out and you apply it. But it's also a bit technical. You can't really do it from home. The direct to film changed the printing game because all you needed was a beautiful picture. You send it to a printer, print out like printing paper. It will come out exactly as you designed it. You know, with each transfer binding, you do not get designs exactly how they were because each transfer binding was a one color design. The same thing with screen print, it was also a one color design. They're able to use screen print for any design, but it was technical. With the heat transfer binding, all you need is a picture sent into a printer. The printer prints it out, you get it in your house, you apply it right at. And that is why it is easy for working moms to do home-based printing business because all you need is your heat transfer. How many of you watch the video on how to use the heat transfer? It's a very the heat presser. It's a very simple system. You can also use your iron, but iron is very large print because the pressure on the iron will not be applied well. It's not allow your print to seep and seep into the print. All right, but you can start with an iron. You can start practicing today. You can start practicing everything you want to do with it. You can start ordering your DTFs. You can order your DTFs from us, by the way, because we have the machines, and then you get them at home and apply. Simple. Your life is easy. Anybody, there's one of us that actually comes to us that does about two of us that get their DTF. Some of our moms that come here to get their DTFs a lot, and then they just get it and send it home. Send it to them, deliver it to them, and the person. I want to answer variables. Any business is feasible for it. Okay, so the question was a statement. That's correct, variable. Any home-based business is feasible for a working mom. Let me tell you something about printing. There's so many other things that you can do with it. So many other things you can do with it. You can make tote bags with it. You can make pillows with it. Apart from t-shirts, you can make any apparel whatsoever can be designed with a TTF. I have a mom that used to make tote bags for events. She will get her totes from us because we sell blanks, blank totes, blank t-shirts, blanks that we can use for business. You get everything. And then on a Friday, she would apply her designs and send them. So she does that. She have told her client, I only deliver once a week, either Friday or Saturday. So whatever order she had gotten from Monday all the way to Friday, she will pack them together and send all designs to us because it's cheaper to print many designs than to print in bits. So she'll send all her designs at once. And then delivery is also easier because imagine having to get delivery to and fro and all that. So she sent all her designs and send her order at once. Pack her orders and send it to her. She will produce all her totes one day and deliver them. That is a simple business model that you can do. Very, very simple, very straightforward, and anybody can do it from home, from the comfort of your home, on your kitchen table, or your dining table, or your dressing table, whichever one you want to use as a mom, you can use it. All right. Most of my printing now is done in my house. Even if I have a shop, I still prefer to print in my house because right now I can't even go to the shop often. I stay in Korodu. My shop is in Yaba because I prefer to be in Yaba because that's where the business happens. That's where I get my business and clients. But when I'm crafting myself, I craft using my craft table. I don't craft food. I craft from home. So you can work this thing from home. I have done it, but that's what I was doing. And it is possible for you to do it. Now I want to, before I move into what I really have for you today, I want to address some questions that we had on the chat. I heard that most of us haven't started anything with what we have learned. And this is not an unusual place. It's not an unusual place. I'll tell you why. The world is so wide. It is like what I told you during the course, you have to pick your niche. Picking your niche, let me say this. I wish I had known the things that I'm telling you now when I started my business. If I had known these things, I would have been richer. I would have scaled faster. All right? I would have understood the peculiarity of what I wanted to do and just stuck to it. Okay? So tonight I'm going to be talking about how you can benefit from this business. And so that you'll be able to pick what can work for you What can work for you? All right. Every day, like how do I say this? Everyone here can find their niche, their area, and just stick to that area. At least start with it. Okay, start with it. Printing is something that fashionpreneurs, um, gift vendors, um, what else? A lot of people, gift vendors, graphic designers can benefit from. I started as a fashionpreneur. I went to printing because I love fashion. I wanted to create fashion, and then I had to learn printing because what is fashion without print? You'll be creating generic things that everybody can make. But with the printing business, I have an edge. But I only started that last year. I did not understand what it meant to niche down when I started the printing business. And you are more fortunate now because you are learning from my experience. You don't need to make the mistakes I made when I started printing. Anybody can benefit and make profits from printing. All right. So let me just get my slides so that I can present. Share screen or 1 minute. Okay, if you can still hear me, say yay. I would really love it if you um, interacted or interact with me a lot so that I'm encouraged when you interact. Can you see the slide? I want to know if my slide is already on the it's already on the screen. Can you see it? You can see the slide. Please let me see the slide. Let me hear from you if you can see my slide. Can you see the slide, please? Maybe you need to use All right, now you can see my slide because I can also see my slide. Great, awesome. So thank you. You can, if you can see, please put a thumbs up, put up a thumbs up, put up a thumb. Give me a thumbs up if you can see and hear me. If you can see my slide and hear me, I have a beautiful presentation for all of you today. I promise you by the end of this session, you will be clearer on what you have gotten yourselves into. You know, I told you, you didn't just buy a course. You got sisterhood, you got support, you got a whole ecosystem that will help you get started on your business. My joy will be to see many of you start your businesses or start something. Do you know how many people are creating? Oh my God, people are creating things. Oh, hey, if you lived abroad, you would understand what I'm saying more. I'm telling you. But even in Nigeria is green. Meaning that the things that people do abroad, you can bring them here and start them here. People are creating things. I'm not joking. I'm not joking. And that's why I started this Creative Woman's Hub. Because we will be able to collaborate and support one another. You know, women need a lot of support. Women have to be one thing about women is that, in fact, one thing about any human being is that they thrive in communities. Humans thrive in communities. I wanted women to understand that they can do things. No, the fact that you have children and you have a house, or you have to stay at home or work from home, does not limit what you are able to do. You can put up a creative hub right in that your house and start to steal money. I start to send out money. I start to make money. I start to mint money. That's why I started Print Mint. I help people make mint from printing, or I help people turn prints to mint. I'm very passionate about helping people make money from printing because I struggled. I would like to say I struggled before I found the secrets that I'm about to, that I'm going to be showing you in this Creative Woman's Hub and all that. Well, so I wanted to talk a bit about the Creative Woman's Hub because we are rebranding it a bit. We are rebranding it to become not just a group, or a community. We are rebranding it into an ecosystem that help people who want to create to make profits from their creations. All right. And I'm passionate about women, especially one because I'm a woman. I know the struggles of motherhood. I know the struggles of being a woman. I know the struggles of. I understand, and I'm able to speak your language. I don't know about men, no, but being a printer, a female printer in a man's world, oh my goodness, I went through a lot. There were instances where men would just look at me because it's a man's world, really. That's what they say. But I can create my own world. It's not about what anybody thinks. So it's male dominated as well, just like any other field. And when I got into it, people first looked at me like, "Are you crazy? How can you leave medicine for printing? Who does that?" First of all, number two, you're a woman. You are handling presser by yourself. One day, normally when you go to press in the printing companies or the printing factories, there were these guys that would help you see your pressing yourself. So one day they were wasting my time. I just went there. I said, I've been watching people do this thing for a while now. It's not a big deal. And I started pressing by myself. All of them were looking at me like, "Are you serious? A female pressing? A female printing?" I did it. Because what a man can do, a woman can do better. So I understand the specific challenges that women face when they come into. Now we have many women that are doing printing. We have many strong women in it. When I started, it wasn't a common sight. It wasn't a common sight at all. Now we have people like Zymac Prints, who's also a woman. People are doing, women are now doing it, but it wasn't a common sight when I first started, So, and that's why I started this hub. I wanted to create a support system. I call it the 4 S's: support, sisterhood, systems, and supplies. Support, sisterhood, systems, supplies for every woman who wants to go into the creative world, not just printing. I know I told you I'm a creative, there are many other arms of creative that I do, but every single woman that wants that is a crafter, that is a crafter, craft especially because the creative world is wide, but creative crafts that want to go into things that they can do with their hands. I want to teach them how to profit with their business, and that's what we're doing here. What do we stand for? I want you to understand that creativity is not just a hobby. Yes, it's something you probably love doing, but it's also an income system. There's no use making money. Having passion and not having money. Passion, when the children start to cry, I'm hungry. It's not passion that will feed them. who can understand? Who can identify? Who can relate? It's not passion that will feed them. At a point when you are younger, you're thinking passion. When you are older, you think reality. What's going on? How we put food on the table? There are real things that are crying at you, or the real things that that are shouting for your attention. So creativity is not a hobby; it's a revenue system. And skill without structure will lead to struggle. This is why I struggled a lot, because creating things for people, it's not easy to custom objects. Custom things are not easy to create. Do you know that? If somebody says, "Create this thing for me," and put my name on it, it has taken that thing from a mass-produced product into a custom product. There are only few things that have your name on it, and those are things that are custom made for you. It takes this object as common as it is. It's just a torchlight. It's pink because that's my favorite color, and that's why we keep pretty. But it's a torchlight. So the moment I put your name on this torchlight, It ceases to become a generic product. It now becomes a specific and premium product. That's what happens. All right. But it's not easy because you will tell me, I want you to write it like this, write it in black, don't write it in silver, write it in gold. I can use up to 5 colors on this thing. You not tell me the specific color you want it to be in. You will tell me the specific thing you want to write. It becomes more strenuous for me to produce this one thing. If I was producing it en masse, it would be easier. Same mold, same color, same thing. By the time you are creating a custom object, it becomes a premium product. But people don't understand these things. They feel, it's not, I don't know, a printer. It's not printing. I'll go and do it elsewhere. And that is why you need to find a way to stand out. You need to find a way to stand out in the market. You can't do what everybody does. You must have your own things that you do that nobody can do it like you. And that is the reason you need to niche down. I'll come to that in a bit. All right. We also help women to build profitable businesses without burning out. I am specific about moms because moms are, I celebrate you moms. Oh my God. I celebrate us moms because having children is another ball game. It's another ball game. So having children, having to take care of the home, having to take care of a husband, which is also a big baby, and having to take care of your business and make money from it. Oh my goodness. There's something supernatural about it. You are a Superman. Do you understand? Yet we want something for ourselves. We won't say because our husbands are giving us all the money or is bringing all the money or is that will now become. Do you understand? This helps us to create. So we want to create a support system for moms, especially the other women around moms. But I'm so passionate about moms because I know what moms go through. All right, moms can build profitable businesses without burning out. Collaboration beats competition. So we are going to collaborate. One of the reasons I started this was because I came to a point in my life where I realized that I can't be great on my own. The easiest way to be great is to make others great. So I told myself, people will come to me from Abuja and say, oh, can you help me make 500 t-shirts? And I'll be like, okay, yeah, but delivery is very high. And they're like, oh, no, I can't pay that amount for delivery. And I started to think that it wouldn't be better for me to have a partner in Abuja, for me to have raised someone in Abuja that knows this business, so that when that person so that Abuja clients will go to her. And then she comes to me and says, please, can you produce 500 t-shirts for me, for this client? And she will not be only asking for 500 t-shirts. She will be asking for 1,000 t-shirts, so that she's already used to supply chain from Lagos. I'll just supply her. And she supplies Abuja. Collaboration is better than competition. That's one of the reasons I started, because I was like, I want to, if I need to be great, I need to make others great as well. So now I am, instead of being the only one that does it, and everybody comes to me, why not empower others? So that all of us work together and everybody wins. That is what this space is about. Yeah. And financial independence is possible with the right systems. Well, we have other initiatives that help us to be financially independent, investor opportunities and all of that, but I won't go into that yet. How do we serve you? Number one, sisterhood. I think the sisterhood for me is like the most important thing. Oh my goodness. Sometimes I think about it and I'm like, we need to have physical meetings, we need to see, because we get to know each other, we come into a sisterhood, we understand ourselves, we have support. One of my first students in this training, oh, she needed more than just support. Thank you, Vilma. Realize by lifting others. That's right. She needed more than just the course. I found out that she needed counseling. I spent the whole day with her counseling, because beyond even learning the course, she didn't believe in herself. She didn't believe in herself enough to start the business. So it was another. And my mother was like, I'm doing more than what she paid me for. But that's sisterhood. In sisterhood, you support each other. In sisterhood, you push each other to achieve things. All right. So the sisterhood, the support, the collaborations, the accountability is so important, because you're in a system that pushes you. I didn't just put all of you on a group and say, oh yeah, just buy the course and come to the group. There's also a system of asking, what have we done? And that's why we have these live meetings once a month, right? So we're going to fix it now for the last Saturday of the month, because it's just easier for all of us to remember and show up just for an hour and talk, real talk. on how our businesses are doing. You know, it's something I really want to do with people beyond the money, beyond the time, beyond. It's just sisterhood, and I love that. I love that about women. We just have this sisterhood. Okay, so we equip women with monetizable, creative skills, monetizable, creative craft skills. There are so many other creative skills that you don't know yet. This is just one of them. DTF is just one. There are like 1,000 other skills that you will still learn. We will be sharing tutorials with you. Okay, by the way, I know I still owe you. I owe you a free tutorial for those of you that liked my last video on Instagram or call out. You know, those of you that want my free tutorials, I'll do that before the end of this class. Okay. Yes. So we teach monetizable skills. We supply. So it's a whole printing ecosystem. Whatever you need, we have it. After you have learned the skill, if you need blank t-shirts, we have it. Blank totes, we have it. Blank, the print itself, all you need to do is to send us your print or send us your design. We'll print it for you and send it back to you. And all you have to do is to just apply it in your house. If it's a small design, iron will suffice. And you can start with small designs until you are able to buy the big heat presser, which is about 250,000 naira. And then you can continue, okay? Okay, so we help you start your business from scratch with what you have in your house until you are able to move forward. And that's what we call business support, all right? So we have all of those supplies. Everything you need for printing, we have it. We are a whole printing ecosystem. So we are like a one-stop. We are the source, the supplier, the support, the system, the training, everything in one, okay? We can also help you start what we call drop shipping or print on demand. It's drop shipping if you are picking products that are not printed. For instance, if you want to start selling blank t-shirts or blank gifts, that's drop shipping. But you don't want to hold the inventory. So you sit down in your house and you get a customer, and the customer says, I want 500 blank t-shirts. All you need to do is to put a call through. Print means, please supply 500 blank t-shirts to this address. So you're not handling the inventory. You're not handling the supply. You're not bothered about how it even gets there. All you need to do is a phone call. The person pays to you, you pay us, and we supply the person. So the person thinks that you were the one that supplied. Meanwhile, you're not holding any inventory. Can you start business? You only need to find a way to get customers. That is all you need. I'm telling you, that is all you need to start business. Just get a supply, a customer base. You're fine. The next one is what we call print on demand. If printing goes on the object, it becomes print on demand. So they are the same, but the difference is one is printed, one is not. And print on demand was how I started my business. Yeah, I started my business on zero capital. I didn't need capital for it because I didn't need to have the stock in my house. Once you tell me I need print, or I need printed shirts, so I'll say, okay, thank you. This is the price. It's 10,000 naira. You pay me 10,000 naira. I take the money for the printing and the product. I make the product and supply you and keep my profit. That is print on demand. So you can see it's not. Even if you've not gotten my course, or you've not learned it very well, or you feel you're not even comfortable or with it yet, or you don't feel comfortable enough to start printing on your own, you can start the business today. Because the last thing you need to start a business is the technical know-how. The first thing you need to start a business is to get customer base. Have customer. You don't have to do it yourself. Just call us and say, please supply 500 t-shirts to this person. This is the design. That's all. That's what we call print on demand. All right, and then we have live mentoring meetings, like what I've said to you now. The things I've told you in this meeting, they are gold. I'm telling you the truth, because these are things that people don't know. People don't know these things, okay? And of course, distributor opportunities. That's what I talked about earlier, of having someone in Abuja that has our products. She wins, we win. Everybody wins. Beyond the Creative Women's Hub, we have a fashion distributor network where we distribute our fashion supplies. Okay, we have already started making our own t-shirt brand, yeah, but we don't want to just throw it into the open market. We want distributors that will distribute those t-shirt brands for us. One of the reasons I started creating my own t-shirt brand was because being a woman, everyone else just in the market, they are straight. How much you notice? They are all straight, no crop t-shirts. No, we like to wear those ones that our arms are short and all of that. So I got tired of what the market had to offer and I started making my own. I imported very good quality cotton. Yeah, and I said I empower tailors, got tailors in Nigeria, and they start making my t-shirt. Got tell them how I wanted them. They start making my t-shirt for me. Simple. Period. So when you look at a proper print knit t-shirt, it doesn't look like what you find in the market. So, and we want to actually start a fashion distributor method. And if you're interested in becoming a distributor, you can, apply. It's free. We won't collect money from you because you're already in Creative Mass Hub. So there's distributor opportunities that we have. We also have other lines of products. We have gifts products. And let me say something to you. I discovered that if you are not well differentiated in the market, you'll be treated like any other person. And that's why I started to create my own product by myself. I'm a creator now, so I decided to create my own product by myself. But instead of thinking about how to market it, because I love creating. I love creating so much I can just be creating without thinking about profit. Or we don't know how to profit. So I decided to start a distributor network. People that will be interested. We create gifts by ourselves. We create a lot of things. And I'm going to be giving out a tutorial on how to create one of my best selling lines of products tonight. So if you commented on my Instagram video, you're going to get that tutorial free. And it's another line of business completely, not even t-shirt printing. T-shirts are just one of those things you print. But you can print on anything, even human being, Just kidding. And the moment a print appears on an object, it becomes premium. It becomes something you can't find in the marketplace. All right, let's go on quickly because we're almost out of time. So who is our Creative Women's Hub for? Creative women like us that are here. Moms that are building income streams. So even if you don't like creating, I just want an extra income stream. Okay, you're welcome now. Money is good, all right? Print vendors, product-based business owners, women that are tired of undercharging, because I have another course which I'll introduce to you tonight that talks about the business of printing. The business is not the same thing as technical know-how. Type it in the chat. Let me hear you. Let me hear you in the chat section. The business is not the same as the technical know-how. The fact that you know how to do it does not mean you know how to run the business. It is a completely different ball game. All right. And then women that are ready to scale. If you want to run a whole print empire, you want to run a print ecosystem, you want to become the queen of printing. This is for you. This is for you. I want to catch a vision tonight. One income stream is not enough. I was still thinking about another income stream tonight. Even after this is my print business, and I'm telling myself, no, I need to get up, I need to get out, I need to do more. Why? Because one income stream is never enough. And guess what? You don't have to do it yourself. You really do not have to run everything by yourself. The way we always think that, oh, I don't have time, I will teach you business structure, print business structure. If you come into my next course, that is, you will learn all those things, because I'm going to teach you from my own experience of 12 years, all the struggles that I've been through, and how now I have the time to sit down and teach you. It's because there's a structure. All right. So all the secrets come out in that particular course. All right. So women that are tired of undercharging and women that are ready to scale, right? Okay, so we move on. What makes us very different? It's not just acquisition of skills. Like I said, it's systems, skills, support, source, supply, everything. It's a print ecosystem. And because I've been able to build a print and fashion empire, I can teach you how to do exactly the same thing. Simple. Because I've done it. So now I can teach other women. And the more we are, the merrier. Why am I teaching these things? Because I cannot do it alone. That's the truth. So I'm not just being selfless. It's actually needed. The best way to be great is to make others great. I need the collaboration that I will get from you. I can't do it alone. That's the truth. Let me say this. I checked today online and I found out that the print industry is estimated to be about 50 billion worldwide, globally. Print and creative industry. The print and creative industry is estimated to be about That's creative crafts. We're talking about art. I do a bit of art too, but on clothing. We're talking about art. We're talking about crafts. We're talking about printing. All of those are creative crafts. It's estimated today to be about $50 billion. I'm not talking in naira. $50 billion today in 2026. And Nigeria alone, what Nigeria is contributing to the creative industry is still very poor. I'm not joking. It's still very, 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 very poor. It tells us that there is still more. There's still more to do. It tells us that number one, Nigeria is very green, because we are contributing very small, very little to global GDP, where it concerns the creative craft industry. And even at that, Nigeria is about $5 billion. It's estimated it's going to rise this year to about $5 billion. Print creative industry. My question to you is, how much of that will be your own money? How much of that are you going to will come from you? Think about it. People will always need what you create. There will be no time in this life where how do I say this? Where creativity or creative crafts will not be needed. One thing about creative crafts is that I wasn't even creative, so we can come up with another creation tomorrow. It is not possible for us to run out of business. The question is, how much of that money will be generated from you? Position for it. I want you to catch a vision. I want you to catch a vision of what is possible. What is possible? All right. Now, to this part, how to make this. The reason I added this was because I realized that when we asked the question, how many of you have started something with the knowledge you have got? Very few people. I think only about 2 people said they started something. Another 5 people said they don't even know what to start. So I'm going to give you some ideas on what you can do with what you have learned. All right, what you can do with what you have learned. The first one is B2B custom printing. Excuse me, or B2C custom printing. B2B basically means business to business, or B2C, business to consumer. All right, custom printing for businesses. Now, the reason I put B2B is because there's money involved, though. There's plenty money. So the more you are able to get people to buy from you in bulk, the faster you make money in this business. And then you are also able to give them competitive pricing. For instance, if you bought just one of these beautiful looking torchlights from me, I could sell this to you for, let's say, 5,000 naira if you just bought one. But if you got 5,000 copies, I could bring down my price to as low as 2,000 naira. Meanwhile, the person will be thinking, oh, she gave me a discount of 3,000. But the real deal is, because you're making a lot of profit from 5,000 copies, you are able to drop your prices so low. You don't need to make all that profit, because if you are making just 1,000 naira profit from 5,000 pieces of this, that's 5 million naira. So you're not thinking about making 3,000 on each piece, because you're going to make 5 million naira by just adding 1,000 naira. All right. So that's that. I just gave you an idea of pricing, and I think somebody just picked an idea right now, and that's fine. Okay. So that's why B2B custom is very important. You know, I told you that you need to position in this market. You cannot be everywhere. You cannot do everything. You need to know where your position is. You need to know where to go. All right. So B2B custom printing is another one. Okay. There's a time I had, or I still have, I'm about to revive it, a children's line. Oh my God. It's an emotional. Let me tell you something. People don't buy with logic. People buy emotionally. So if you can appeal to their emotion, you will sell a lot more than if you just sold normal things. So birthday parties for children, and I will create. I'm giving you another secret now, but don't worry, I will create cartoon characters. So if you love Mickey Mouse, I'll put Mickey Mouse on your t-shirt and create a Mickey Mouse outfit for you as a child. Sometimes maybe Mickey Mouse ears on your ear, even Mickey Mouse shoes. You can use DTF for shoes. You can customize shoes with DTF products. I just sit there on that. So I will sell customized shoes, customized t-shirt, customized jeans, customized that is something. I price. So how do I so much how to have it? And I'll sell it to you. That was a line. That was a niche, a separate niche from just regular B2B custom print. That was B2C custom printing because that's for the consumer. So people that have birthday, there's always the birthday party every Saturday. I don't want to tell you all my secret. So they will buy. And the fact that they can pick their own cartoon character. Oh my goodness. So you don't have to think too much. If you want Paw Patrol cartoon character, just show up and say, please, I want Paw Patrol. We'll create a Paw Patrol cartoon character for you. If you say, oh, I want Cocomelon, we'll create a Cocomelon cartoon character for you. That is B2C. That's why I said you must have your niche. So people will know you for something. They don't need to know. Most of the time we're thinking, oh, how do I print for people? No, that's not how it works. What do I do with printing is how you should think about what you should think about. So if you say, oh, I want to create party, we call it party themed wares for children. Stick with party themed wares. If you say I want to create B2B clothing for companies, and that makes a lot more money because the company will tell you, at least a company will do like 12. So if you say, oh, I want to go, and you can work with many companies and tell them, I do printed t-shirts. Would you like me to print for you? They will print. Because everybody needs to market. Printing is affordable marketing for a business. All right. So that is one way you can do. That's one thing you can do with what you have. Then you can own a print house. This is actually where the money is in printing, honestly. Or you will grow into it, slowly. You can own a print house. Just have the machines. Like that's what I want to actually start doing now. It's not I'm tired, but I'm like, let me just empower people to do it because it comes to a point that you get overwhelmed. The work comes in and it's a lot. So you get the machines, and when people order, because most of the machines are expensive, they're expensive. The GTF machine is about 10 million naira. The UV prints I think about 10 million naira as well. Even the regular heat transfer cutter that used to be cheap before, I think that was about 1.2 million or 2 million. I can't remember now because I got my own website. The regular heat presser that you see is the cheapest, and that's 280,000 naira. 280 to 300, I can't remember. So all of these things are not that cheap, all right? So once you start to acquire machines, you want to just ease up on printing because you have moved up to another level in the funnel, right? So you can only print out and just have the machines, and people will come in and print from you. It's another part of the business. But that's like for people that have been in the business for a while. You have to now this one. You have to have the know-how. You have to know how to do technical printing. You can do print on demand. I explained to you what the print on demand model is like. You can have wedding and event. Oh, I love this one. I love this niche. I love wedding and event printing. I'm not joking. This one you print cards, wedding printing. They always have business. They always have business. Now, if you're not going to gift souvenirs, hey, another level. Because guess what? In Nigeria, party happens every Saturday. Party happens every Saturday. They always see once you position party printing in any way, you always make money. Especially in a country like Nigeria, okay? So you can also sell templates. This is an area that people haven't yet they haven't discovered it. They haven't really gone into it in Nigeria, but it's so popular abroad. And I found a way to get into it right from Nigeria, where you sell your template. So you have a template, you've designed a template, you've already done the work on Canva, but you want to sell your Canva designs. So you're not even selling the print anymore, you're selling Canva designs. That's another level. This is where you go into digital whatever. You start to sell your digital products. You can run a print production agency. That's part of what I was doing, where I was connecting what's it called? Customers to the print house. I was in the middle. So I would say, printer, help me print this here. Customer will give me money, just like print on demand. All right. You can be the one. And another thing you can do is, okay, this is higher, but that's what the print agency is. And then of course you can teach courses like I'm doing right now. There are so many things that you can do. Now, if you're going to choose one of these businesses, which one would you do? This is where I want you to now help yourself. Look at what I've shown you on the slide. Choose one, and let me see you. Let me hear from you in the chat section. Choose one of these businesses, and let me hear from you. Which one of them would you like? Which one of them do you think you can start right now without anything, without even a proper technical know-how? Which one of them do you think you can start right away? I'm waiting. Let me hear from you. This is to help you get started on something, okay? Because most of you said you had not started yet because you don't even know where to start. So that's why I decided to talk about this. I want to get started on something. Just pick something. Whether you know the course or you don't know, or you are not confident yet, you can always start something. So I'm ready for you. Would you do B2B, custom printing? Would you, when the print house is perfect, so let's not go there. Would you start the print on demand? Print on demand is when you say, print for me and send it to my client directly. I don't even want to handle this stuff. That's print on demand. There's another one. The print agency is different because for your print agency, you will handle the stock. The stock will come to you first. Look at it, you can't send it out. But in print on demand, you don't even touch the stock before. That's the difference. So just make a call. Like you can call us, we can do all of this for you. You can call us and say, please, I want 500 t-shirts delivered to somewhere in Abuja. And you are not even looking at it, just send the design. And we'll do it. And the person sees that you are the one, and the person pays to you and you pay us. That's it. That's print on demand. All right. Wedding and event printing, printables, that is paper printables and gift printables. I've not touched this because it's not part of this course, but it's something that you can learn as well. You can sell your template. That is, you design on Canva. For those of you that have graphic skills, you design on Canva, sell it. In fact, let me tell you something. Another blockbuster. Come into my course. You're the next course. I can tell you. I can tell you that one. Okay. Teach courses. Okay. Sell templates. Teach courses. Go into which one do you think you can start now? Okay. I can see MC Badego says B2B custom printing. Wow, that's amazing. Someone said, Mirabel says, sell templates. Mirabel, are you good with Canva? Are you good with graphics? If you're good with graphics, that's your go-to. Honestly, I'm not very good with graphics. I will not lie to you. I'm sure when I was teaching you graphics, because we were thinking I was one guru. I'm not a guru. Canva makes me shine. I just learned how to use Canva. Canva is actually made by a woman so that women can, simplified graphic designing. And so because I learned how to use Canva and AI very well, I come up with very amazing designs. But I don't like graphics. I don't even like designing. It's not my thing. I had to do it because I had to do it. Okay. So if you are very good with design, selling templates will be the best place for you because you only, and let me tell you something about selling digital things in printing. It's way easier. In fact, let me tell you something. That's the best place for the mom to be. That is the best place for a mom to be in the digital space when it concerns selling your knowledge. It's easier. You don't need to produce products every time. Like somebody buys something, produce products. Who can buy your products, buy your course, sometimes you don't even know what's going on. All right. So teach courses. I love that. Okay, you got the teach courses is beautiful. Okay, so awesome. Now you have chosen your niche. Go and do what you want. You want to teach courses, create a course on. Now that you know how to teach yourself, do your own thing. You cannot sell my own, or you can sell your own with your own face on it, with your own teach, put it on it and all. I love what Oyinola said. Print on demand. Perfect. Can you see now that anyone can start? Anyone can start. You can start making money today. I'm telling you, anyone can do this. Anyone can start. You can start print on demand. That one you don't even touch anything. You don't have to do anything. These are businesses that moms can do when you're not bothered. All you need to do is to send the design and deliver to your client. And then you sit down and think about how to get clients. Perfect. You can teach courses, sell templates. You see, all of these things that you have talked about are easy businesses. Okay, so the MC said B2B custom printing. That's awesome too. That means you actually like to handle the products, you love the creation. Fine. I love the creation, so I wouldn't want to do print on demand without. I would not to create it myself. I'm just like that. Well, honestly, you don't have to do that if you don't want to do it. You are in this to make your money. Sweet. While you're talking to your children and picking them and putting them to bed. That goes on, right? So now that we have identified our areas, please let's just get started. You know, I say things because I know that usually the reason why most people don't get started on their businesses is because of their minds. There is no other reason. You just don't see yourself in that life. I want you to get past your mind, past inertia, and start making money. Start printing money. Start printing means. Okay? And so I'm about to introduce to you the Print Profit Accelerator Live, where you can move from printer to profitable CEO. Why am I introducing this course to you? Because you might know all of these things, you might have picked something from here, and I've said a lot tonight and I've gained value, but sometimes the how to, or you might not be too sure on where exactly how to. I'm giving you a tip of the iceberg tonight, but there's so much more that you need to learn. There's so much you need to know. For instance, if you say you want to teach courses, there are course platforms that you need to know and how to use them. All right. If you want to sell templates, people in Nigeria don't buy templates. You sell to people abroad. You need to know how to do that, right? If you want to run a print production agency like mine, oh man, that's another topic completely. When every area that you are seeing here has its own know-how, and that's what I teach in the Print Profit Accelerator Live. Where it just goes beyond the know-how, the skill, into running a profitable business. I teach business system. In fact, let me say this. In this course, I'm going to be teaching my own secrets. Let me just say it like that. Because the system is what runs the business. Like I said, the technical know-how is not enough. The system is what runs the business. If you don't understand systems and structures, you cannot run a profitable business. You will burn out. You will burn out. And if you are like, oh, I don't want to do the big stuff like this woman is doing, I just want to know how to sell templates to people abroad. Let me tell you a secret. Knowing how to sell to people abroad makes a lot of money. Sometimes they want more money than selling the products in Nigeria. Yep. I just told you something that you know, all right? Sometimes even more money than selling the product. If I create a template, one template, I don't need to pay more than that one. I can sell that same template like 500 times over. That's what I teach in the Print Profit Accelerator Live. I teach you how to profit using all of these systems. All of it. How do you profit in the B2B custom printing? There's a way. How do you run the system of a print house? There's a way. How do you do print on demand? There's a way. There's a way to profit from it. Because everybody can go into that. But there's a way. How to do wedding and event printing? There's a way. How do you sell your templates? There's a way. How do you teach courses? There's a way. Fortunately for you, I've done all. Because I run a print ecosystem. There's a way. And how do you want all of them without money? There is also. This is the main deal. The Print Profit Accelerator Live. I call it Accelerator Live because I have one live workshop. And then, because I need to sit down one-on-one with you, I don't want to just be knowledge. I want transformation. And that's why I really don't even talk about it a lot, because most of the time I can't do this more than 4 times a year because of my very busy schedule. So it's a live workshop, so that it's more than just getting. It's a 2 day live. It's actually for 2 days, not of 1 day, because I can't say all of that in 1 day. And after the live workshop, we also have an online course where you can watch recorded videos that I've done on the same thing, so that you can remember. There are so many things that I might not be able to say in live workshop. For instance, I'm still going to teach you how to position online. How to position. I had a page. I had a very big page. This one is a new one. That page was suspended. My God, Facebook just took out my page. I had lots of followers on that one. My business was doing great on that, like really great, because I didn't have to always run ads to get people and all that. But now I have to have my page all over again. That's when you're seeing something. God is on the team. I'm sure I'm still moving, and that's because I'm with my customer base, and I also have walk-ins and all of that. But so now, because I've been in this Nigerian terrain for 12 years, I'm a woman like you, and I've done this before. I've been there, done that. I can teach you how you can profit from the printing business as a Nigerian woman. And during the workshop, we will help you start your own unit. So I would actually, I don't really take a lot of people, because there's a lot of one-on-one. There's a lot of, okay, so what do you want to do now? There's a lot of road mapping that goes into it. You have to map your own unique, and everybody has a unique path. You might want to start with gifts and stay with gifts for the rest of your life. There's a know-how. All right. And after that, there's the general knowledge is online, where you can go and take the course. So there are 2 live workshops. There's a live workshop, it's 2 days, and there's a course as well. Okay, so this is my main secret. I'm not going to lie to you. This is like the secret. All right. So you can print, but are you profitable? That's the truth. There's so many things that come into making profits as a printer. If you underprice, you will not make profit. So I don't bother, because when people come to me and they say my price is too much, it's fine, cool. But my products are too unique. They are so unique that you come back, because nobody else will do. Because I have so many creative, I'll just put stoning into DTF, add resin to it. As a printer, you look at it from outside, wondering, what did she used to do this one? I don't know. You come back to me, because I've learned how to create crazy things. And because I was able to differentiate myself in the market, I made my money. I'm going to teach all those things. All those things. I don't want to talk too much now. So these I'm going to be talking about: profit pricing formula, bulk order systems, how to pitch to big companies. For those of you that want to do B2B, it is a different mindset. In fact, I'm resting now from B2B, because it's a different mindset. You have to be in their face. There's a way to enter into the corporate world. So how do you pitch? What's a corporate pitch strategy? Monthly revenue blueprint, business structures, how to make your money. You are going to draw your own unique roadmap. What do you start? So when you are done with this network, when you are done with this course, you can start your business with everything I'm doing, because I'm going to pick your product. I will ask you, what product would you like to create? Right? What product would you like to create? What would you like to, I will talk about your differentiation strategy. We'll draw up your business plan. Hey, it's not a funny song. In fact, I'm telling you, it's not a funny song. All right. But I'm doing things that I'm not actually increase the money safe. But because we are here. Now, for the live workshop, we are going to be part of the live workshop for 2 days. That'll be 100,000 naira. And of course, we come with the recorded videos on all the other things on whatever. If you come with a recorded video, all the other generalities like pricing, structures, those are generalities. But because you have to drop your own unique roadmap, get to your business and all of that, the live workshop is going for 100,000 naira. And online viewing, if you are going to be online viewing, or you want to have an online session, okay, online viewing is 75,000 naira. Now, there's a practical side to the workshop. There's a practical workshop side. Because if you want to go into print, become a print, like a proper print mega star and own a print house, you will need to understand some other technicalities. Okay, so if you want all of what I've talked about with the practical workshop to be 200,000 naira only, that is the live workshop and the practical workshop of printing. In this case, you'll be with me for like a month, where you have to come back and now learn the practical side. In that practical workshop, I teach 10 different printing methods. 10, 10 different printing methods. I teach a bit of stoning. I teach heat transfer binding. Heat transfer binding, there are 4 types, making each of them a different one because they all have different technicalities. I teach product printing, of which there are 2 types. I teach screen. I teach actually there are 10 in that one. Okay, so if you want, and then if you want only the practical workshop alone, you don't want the business side, you just want the technicalities where you learn 10 different printing techniques. Yeah, that will also be 120. That will be 120,000. So everything, I don't know if you got everything I said now. There is the business side, that's the business workshop, which I call the print life. I call it print life for short, but it's print profit accelerator life because that's all life. There's a live session, 2 live sessions, and then a backup of online, what's it called? Online recorded courses, okay, for 100,000 naira. But if you want the workshop where you just learn the technicalities, you learn how to do all different kind of prints, that workshop. That one is 120,000. 120,000 plus 1,000 is just to create your starter pack. They give you a starter pack with it, and then you come in and you learn hands-on how to do prints. Okay, but this print profit accelerator life is really about being a profitable skill. This is the business. This is the business print. This is really the blockbuster. This is my blockbuster course. I'm telling you. And for the first time, I think I released it once, but I updated it recently. I am released a lot of secrets where it comes to print business, this particular course. And that's why I'm not even worried. Like, I know that whoever gets this one can become like me in such a short time. But if you just want to pass me workshop, that's what if you want both of them together, there's practical workshop and print accelerator life is 200,000. Now this is the launch price. The worth of this, what I really wanted to put on this course was 250,000. Because these are my secrets. And I didn't feel like I should just give them out like that. Honestly, I wanted to price this course at 250,000 naira, and it will definitely be at that price. But because I am I'm launching the updated version of this course this year. I'm giving it out for this price. I only have four of these courses in a year. The first one is happening in March. Okay, March, I think mid-week of March. The next one is happening in June. The one in June, Victoria, definitely I will increase the price. So if you don't come in by March, you will never find that. I promise you. I promise you will never. My business manager is already on my neck saying, why did you price this course at this? I said, because I'm just launching it. I know when you just launch something, you just want people to come because you really want to sell your knowledge. You can't die with knowledge now. You have to bless people. But if you decide that you don't want to do it now and you want to come in next quarter, you will definitely not find that price. I promise you the promise of God, because I'm just doing this because I'm launching it. The Print Profit Accelerator Life, from printer to profitable CEO. So if you are interested in the course, more details will come in our creator hub, our creative women's hub. We'll get more details from the admin, sending it to you, and you get more details about what it is about. So that's it. It is everything that you need to know about running a print house and about running the business of print. That's what we're teaching in the Print Accelerator course. But the practical workshop is all the technicalities of printing. So that's hands-on. You learn technicals of printing in the practical workshop. But the print profitable business is about the business, and that is actually what you need to know. That's actually what you need to profit. The business is what you need, not the technicalities. You know, you can even employ technicalities. Just that you need to also know, because if they do a strong team, you will not, they won't be able to run away. So at least you know the creative side of it. But if you want to know the business side of it, do the print profitable workshop. So that is it. 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 For tonight, we're gonna call it a night right now. And I believe that you've gained a lot of value from tonight's meeting. If you had value, if you really felt like you had value, well, give me a thumbs up. If you feel clearer, if there's a bit of clarity, I want to hear from you, because I really want you to grow. I really want you to succeed. Your success is my success. We'll have succeed together. All right. I need to hear from you. Did you get value from tonight's class? Did you get value? Did you get value? Did you get value? Let me hear from you. Are you clearer on how to start now? We're going to have more creative women this year, because the t-shirt box really comes. It's going to go to places. We're going to enter Ghana this year. We're going to enter Togo this year. We're not joking with this. We're going to have many more sisters this year, okay? We're going to have many more sisters this year. We're going to have many more meetings like this. Sometimes we don't even have meetings where we are thinking the same thing, so that we can remember things, because we have many more people that will come in saying the same thing. All right? So I want to hear from you tonight. Did you get value? Okay, so I promised that I was going to give out a free gift to everyone who commented. Let me just tell you what the free gift is now. Just in case before I was not serious about it, I am about to reel out my free gift to you. Okay. So let me see the winners of my free gift. Let's see them. Maryheart.ng. Thank you for commenting. Maryheart.ng. Meme Blings and more. Thank you for your comments. Thank you so much for your comments. Rachi Gold. Apologies if I murdered your name. Rachi Gold 12. Thank you for your comments. You'll be winning a free tutorial from me, and I'm going to show you what the tutorial is about. Now, if you look at how do I say this? Let me show you. I don't know if you can see it on my screen. All right, I'm going to be sharing with you a free tutorial on how to create notebooks and tumblers, custom notebooks and tumblers. Now, I'm so sorry. I wanted to think that I didn't remember, because we're already late and I was already, in a bit of a hurry. But I'm going to show you. I don't know if you will see the picture now. So on my phone, I think you see how to create these things. This is one of the best sellers, one of the best selling products home and abroad. People abroad love it. People in Nigeria also love it, because it's like a great way to send a message using tumblers and books. So it is no, for other people, I will sell this at, let me see if I can see this my computer so I can show it to you. I will sell this, but let me send it to this one. I will sell the tutorials for other people, but I'm going to give it to you free for commenting on my video. So now you are you're not only good with with t-shirts, you're also going to be good when it comes to printing products. Well, at least you know how to print notebooks and tumblers. I must say I print some of the PDFs notebooks and tumblers that you have ever seen. I'm telling you, you see my notebooks, you're gonna love them. You want to look them. In fact, people say, I don't want to write in the notebook. People that get my notebook say, I don't want to write in the notebook. I just want to keep it because they are so pretty. Are you excited tonight? I thought you guys were going to do some yay and jump over the place so that you can show that you're excited about winning something as beautiful as that. Okay, so for the rest of us, I believe that next week you'll be ready to win your own free gift. I'm just trying to share it. I'm trying to share the product picture with you. Oh, where is it? No, just 1 minute and then we point. Okay, so I'm just going to, so let me share it. Okay. Now I'm wondering where my share is on the phone. I don't used to using this thing on the phone. Okay, don't worry. I'll share it on the chat because I really can't find it. I can't share. I can't find the share screen on the phone. I think it doesn't get any. The share screen is somehow. But I'll show you, and we'll send the link for the tutorials directly to people who want it. Now, there's something I need you to do for me because your name on Instagram might be different from your name in our chat, our group chat. Please signify if you want on the group chat, okay? If you want, and we're also going to send the link for the payment link for the Prince Profit Accelerator live. All right, so thank you so much for being here tonight. Oh my God, it was 2 hours. My goodness. But I had a great time, and I'm sure you did too. Thank you so much for being here. We will continue our fellowshipping on our chat. God bless you, and see you again, same time, last Saturday of the month, next month, March. Yeah, or in the Print Profit Accelerator live workshop, whichever one depends. I would love to actually meet you in person and help you get started on your print business journey. Okay? So God bless you. Have a good night and stay me well to the kids and husbands. Bye bye.